and we've called the case of Cassidy Teater. The commission, petitioner, you may proceed.
Jenny Kim for the commission. May it please the board. This is a reciprocal disciplinary action brought pursuant to Part 9 of the Texas Rules of Disciplinary Procedure based on respondents' professional misconduct and disbarment in Tennessee and Kentucky. The petition for reciprocal discipline was filed with the Board of Disciplinary Appeals on September 9th, 2020. The order to show cause was signed on September 15th, 2020, requiring the respondent to show cause within 30 days of the order why identical discipline should not be imposed. Respondent was personally served with the petition and the order to show cause on September 23rd, 2020 by Terrence Roson, a private process server. The original proof of service has been on file with the board since October 9th, 2020. On or about January 27th of 2020, an order of enforcement was entered in the Supreme Court of Tennessee at Nashville in a matter styled In re Cassidy Teater, an attorney licensed to practice law in Kentucky and Texas, number M2020-001-SC-BAR-BP, BOPR number 2019-2987-0-AJ that states in pertinent part as follows. This matter is before the court upon a petition for discipline filed against attorney Cassidy Teater on April 4th, 2019, upon a motion for default judgment and that charges in petition for discipline be deemed admitted filed on July 31st, 2019, upon an order for default judgment entered on August 15th, 2019, upon final hearing held on September 11th, 2019, upon findings of fact and conclusions of law entered on September 24th, 2019, upon service of the findings of fact and conclusions of law of the hearing panel on Ms. Teater by the Executive Secretary of the Board on September 24th, 2019, upon the board's application for assessment of costs filed September 24th, 2019, upon order granting application of assessment of costs entered on October 11th, 2019, upon service of the order granting application of assessment of costs upon Ms. Teater on October 11th, 2019.
Ms. Kim, may I just interrupt for a second? Can you tell us what the discipline was in the foreign jurisdiction?
Yes, Your Honor. On September 25th of 2019, the Supreme Court of Tennessee had found that Ms. Teater violated the rules of professional conduct 1.1, which was for competence, 1.3 for diligence, 1.4a, which is communication, 1.5 for fees, 1.16d, termination of representation, 3.2, expediting litigation, and 8.4a, misconduct. And that's all from the Tennessee Professional Rules of Conduct.
And what was the discipline that they imposed?
They disbarred her, or they ordered her to not practice law, which was the tantamount to disbarment because she was never licensed to practice in Tennessee.
And so I should ask, what's the equivalent discipline in Texas that you're asking us to do or to impose?
We are requesting that she be disbarred as well.
Okay. And do you have evidence or exhibits at that point in support of that?
I do. Exhibit 1 is a certified copy of the order of enforcement entered on or about January 27, 2020 in the Supreme Court of Tennessee at Nashville in a matter styled In re Cassidy Teater, an attorney licensed to practice law in Kentucky and Texas, number M2020-00101-SC-BAR-BP, BOPR number 2019-2987-0-AJ. And then Exhibit 2 is a certified copy of the opinion and order issued by the Supreme Court of Kentucky, entered on or about February 20th of 2020 in the Supreme Court of Kentucky styled Kentucky Bar Association, movement, v. Cassidy and Teater, respondent. Exhibit 3 is the original certificate from Blake A. Hawthorne, clerk of the Supreme Court of Texas, dated October 2nd, 2020, which indicates that the respondent is licensed and authorized to practice law in the state of Texas. The respondent currently resides in Nicholasville, Kentucky, and I would request that these exhibits be admitted.
I have it. I admit exhibit 1 and 2. I don't have exhibit 3 marked. I have a copy of it. It may be that I asked Ms. Truitt to mark the certificate from Blake A. Hawthorne. It's not designated in my materials as exhibit 3, but I'll make sure that one is marked as exhibit 3, and that will be offered. And from your offer, that'll be admitted as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You have anything further?
Yes, we are seeking disbarment as reciprocal discipline pursuant to Part 9 of the Texas Rules of Disciplinary Procedure.
Are there any questions from the board?
I know Ms. Kim discussed the discipline in Tennessee. Did you briefly also discuss the discipline that was imposed in Kentucky?
She was disbarred based off of the discipline that was imposed in Tennessee.
Is the order on the hearing panel that's referenced in Exhibit 1, is that available to the CDC? There's a reference in paragraph 2 of Exhibit 1 to an order of the hearing panel, and that the Supreme Court of Tennessee adopted the hearing panel's order as the court's order. Is that order available to the CDC?
That should be the order, Exhibit 1, the order of enforcement.
But there's an order referenced in the Supreme Court's opinion. It's on paragraph 2 of the Exhibit 1.
Paragraph 2 of Exhibit 1. That is something that we could get a hold of and then submit to the board.
That was you were mentioning the I didn't quite get where it was in the record of the disciplinary rules that were violated in Tennessee. Where is that in the record?
It's going to be part of Exhibit 2, the opinion and order issued by the Supreme Court of Kentucky.
Okay. Okay, so I see on page 3 of Exhibit 2, the Supreme Court of Tennessee is referencing that order that is not in the record. Is that right?
That is correct.
I got it. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none, the board will take this matter under advisement, Ms. Kim. Thank you very much.